Hey guys, it's Crazy Comic Lady here, and I'm back with the final of my Solstice commissions that I did that will be included as part of an online museum that will be going hopefully live this summer, so you can go and check out the online museum once it's up and running. There'll be a link in the video description. And yeah, so this picture that I'm currently doing, this was actually a free gift that I included with the commissions since they ordered so many commissions from me. And it's of Princess Eleanor, and it's actually in the game you got kind of like still images that kind of told the story of what was going on, and at the end you kind of get Princess Eleanor going Shaddix when you kind of walk into the final room, and yeah, you get a little cutscene with dialogue. And anyway, so I wanted to kind of draw that sort of cutscene in my style of Princess Eleanor, because I always loved her because she was a princess and she was pretty and she had long blonde hair. And I remember most when I was a kid, I don't really remember playing the game myself much as a kid. I used to watch my father play it, and it was always kind of get to the end and rescue the princess, Dad. I want to see the princess. Because when you're like 2, 3, 4, however old I was, you know, you always want to kind of see the princess get rescued when you're a little kid that loves princesses. So I was the same with Super Mario as well. I really wanted to see him get to the end and rescue the Princess Toadstool. So anyway, I don't know, I have such fond memories of Princess Eleanor. I really liked her. I love drawing fan art of her as well, because with an 8-bit character, you really have kind of free range to do whatever you want with the character, because they were so simple in their design. So I quite enjoyed kind of putting my own spin on this tiny little 8-bit frame from the game. So yeah, the one thing that I did notice, like with Princess Eleanor in the game, and I noticed it ever since I was a kid, I've noticed this, and it was the fact that in these little kind of, I don't know, cartoony box pictures of what was going on in the game, where you got all the dialogue, her dress was white in the beginning when she gets kidnapped and at the end when you rescue her, but in the actual kind of cutscenes with the little animation bits, her dress was yellow. And why? Because they had the ability to create white, so why didn't they do her dress as white in the actual cutscene bits, in the animated bits? I don't know, that always bugged me. I know. So is her dress yellow or is it white? Yeah. So anyway, in that first gifty bit, I kind of put yellowy green tinges into it, but I made it mainly white because I kind of think it should be white, not yellow. So yeah, this was the very final room in the game when you take on the evil sorcerer and rescue Princess Eleanor. And I kind of made the because in the game you have to kind of collect pieces of this magical staff. I think it was called, is it Demnos? Anyway, I can't remember, but the magical staff that you have to put together all the pieces of during the game so you can take on the sorcerer. Anyway, I made that kind of more lightning-y than in the original sort of still screenshot of this room. I made it a lot more lightning-y with little bits of white electricity bits kind of sparking off and going all over Morbius. And yeah, I think I managed to do a better job with the grey floor in this one, because I mean in the first intro room I had a lot of trouble with the greys in that one, but this one I managed to get it to lay smoother, and that's because I could do it, it's sections. Sort of, I had the section on the left and the section on the right, so it was more kind of split up, whereas the other one I was kind of having to fiddle around little characters. So anyway, I think this one kind of went a bit better. I do kind of wish I'd done possibly one of the transporter rooms for the commission. I kind of debated about doing one of the transporter rooms, because I mean at the time, having a little character kind of in a transporter and vanishing and leaving his clothes and hat behind, I don't think I ever saw that in another game in the 90s at all. It might have been, but I think Shaddix or Solstice, I always used to call the game Shaddix, not Solstice. But yeah, in Solstice, I think that was probably the first time I'd ever seen a little transporter being used, so I nearly did the transporter room as one of the rooms, but it seemed kind of plain, so in the end I ended up going with the blue room and the yellow room and the pink room in my choices. But anyway, I kind of hope you enjoy these pictures of rescuing Princess Eleanor. Yeah, I did have trouble with those little green dots. I tried really hard to try and follow the pattern that was actually on the floor, but after a while it was like, I'm confused. There's too many dots. What was the pattern? Because it is very uniform in a pattern on the actual screenshot of the final room. But in the end, I gave up and I kind of just put dots everywhere. But yeah, anyway, I kind of hope you enjoyed all these Solstice commission videos. And thanks so much for watching. And go and check out the online museum when it's up and running. And I'll see you guys all soon. Bye!